So speaking of Wonder Boy, he was the main event fighter, but the prelim main event fighter had Anthony Showtime Pettis with a spectacular performance, and he's a 155er lightweight. Generally speaking, sometimes he fights at welterweight, 170, and they paired them up a year, 2 years ago against Wonder Boy because they're so very flashy. And Wonder Boy is a 1 round fight. Wonder Boy was basically dominating, if I remember correctly. And then in the last 10 seconds or something like that, Showtime jumped off the cage and Superman Punch KO'd him. First and only KO loss of Wonder Boy's career. And then he was back
He
now. Sorry?
off the fence.
Yeah,
Off the
yeah, yeah.
fence,
He
yeah.
he he kind of kicked off the fence and cracked him with a right hand, and it was a pretty spectacular finish from a smaller guy. And it was interesting because I was listening to Pettis in some interviews before this fight, and he used to be a champion at 155 years ago, and he's kind of been on a losing streak. A lot of kind of decisions, but close fights. He's won a couple here and there. I believe I can't remember if he won his last one before this or not. But anyways, he was talking about how he just started for the first time ever using a sports psychologist. So I was really interested, and he was just raving about it, how he feels like this new fighter and blah, 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 blah. And so I was really excited, anticipating this fight coming up. And then he didn't get the finish with that kick in the last round, Jerry. What did you think of that? Describe it to us. It was a masterpiece.
He did a back leg round kick, boom, back leg round kick, and then stopped, and then spinning hook kick.
Yeah.
Spinning hook kick. That's what started it off. The spinning hook kick kicked him at the top of the head, boom, kind of staggered him, and then he goes in and he finishes him off. Which is, that was a beautiful spinning hook kick. But it was nice because he was an orthodox stance, and then bang, round kick, and then step back, and then went in with the spinning hook kick. It was beautiful. And then he followed up with a combination. Ooh, yeah.
How hard is to pull off a move like that, like a combination like that?
Well, what he did was if you know what you're doing, it's not so hard. But his reflexes and reactions were so great that he was, like I said, he was. I mean, that you have to kick with the back leg, boom, have the back leg come back, and then do another spinning kick. Which is, if he did the forward leg round kick, the left leg forward, left leg kick, and then spinning, makes it a lot easier. But the fact that he did the back leg, boom, and then pulled the back leg all the way back, and then did the spinning kick, that was even more impressive. Yeah, I was like, son of a bitch. Yeah, that was nice. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful hit. But that's what it said. It hit him on the top of the head. That kind of rocked him, and then went in. I thought it was gorgeous, gorgeous. And it's really nice to see these guys throw spinning kicks. It's nice to see these fighters when they do, and they start throwing these kicks. When they throw the kicks, and the kicks are effective, and they throw the kicks like they're supposed to be thrown more effectively. Because a lot of these guys, I see them throwing kicks. They'll throw a round kick that comes around. They'll throw it, and the foot will be flexed. And then once the foot hits, watch it. Next time you see a UFC fight, you see these guys fight, they'll throw the foot, and then boom, the foot's like, whoa, it's just dangling. They lose control of the foot, and they go right down. And then other guys would throw a round kick, and they would throw the round kick. The hips would be turned over, and then immediately turn the hips back, and then drop the foot, which is, I'm going, oh, that's just weird. They lose control of the kick. Basically, what they're doing is they're just throwing the legs up. They're just going, okay, let's see if this sucker gets up there. They throw a kick up, boom, and they throw it up without control of the foot. And that's what these fighters need to do. They need to really get into learning how to kick with precision and control. So they're controlling the foot, not just throwing it up, hoping it'll hit. Even though I've seen some of these guys, when they throw it and they hit with the shin, and that shin, man, I've seen some knockouts with the shin kick. Because the shin's, I mean, it's a hard bone when it hits the head. But they need to really work on these kicks more, and instead of just throwing the legs out. Because it looks sloppy, and it's just, it's like, come on, man, if you're gonna throw a kick, throw a damn kick the way a kick's supposed to be thrown. Don't just throw it up there thinking, oh, let me just hope it gets out there. And sometimes they're lucky, but you want to be in control of your body. Don't don't just leave it for chance and say, well, I'm just gonna throw this out there.
Just back to the Pettis thing and the sports psychologist. What are your guys' opinions on that, and the mind and the state your mind needs to be in before a fight, and how much of fighting is mind over the physical body?
Yeah, it's everything. The mind is everything. That's your greatest weapon. Yeah, your greatest weapon. And I think it's amazing that he sees a sports psychologist. Shoot, I wish back in the day there was an opportunity for me to see a sports psychologist.
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get into meditation and everything until later on in life. But yeah, the mind is everything. I mean, I know you'll agree with me, Manny.
Yeah.
It's the control the focus of your mind and you control your life. And yeah, the mind is your biggest weapon by
Yeah.
far.
100%. It's the mind. Yeah, your mind controls what you do. Like, I mean, if you don't
But
have the proper mind, you can't execute. They had a psychologist when we went to the Olympics. They had a psychologist working with the Olympic team and with Lennox Lewis and myself and stuff. And he got us all to come with a Q word. They called it a Q word. So I forget. I think my Q word was just jab. Like, so as soon as my mind went to jab, then I knew I had to get the jab going, right? So to get you back to where you want to be, if you feel like you're losing it or you feel like you're not in control, just go think about your keyword and that will get you back into the feeling of what, because we did meditation and stuff, Jerry, and then it would get you back into that feeling of when you see a perfect jab, right? So just think of that word, so the words will translate to a feeling of your body. So I remember working on that quite a bit, and it can help.
yeah,
Yeah.
I saw the Lomachenko. I saw
Hmm.
the documentary. Where he was doing these brain training
Yeah,
exercises?
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And
Whoa,
also like
mathematical.
memorizing words and everything, right?
Oh, that's
Letters.
amazing. That's pretty phenomenal.
Yeah, it
Oh
is.
yeah.